Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, let's get the party started and welcome everybody to Crypto Space. So guys, in today's video we are going to cover Kaspa, its recent price action. Of course, we are going to cover a couple of interesting charts for BTC and altcoins as well. Guys, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and a quick disclaimer that this video is not financial advice. Before we are going to have a look at Kaspa, let's actually have a look at the bubbles, alright? So we are experiencing a bit of a reversal on a daily. That is a great thing. Bread is up 7.4%, bonk, etc. And things are looking a little bit more positive. Okay, now let's have a look at the dashboard itself for Kaspa. So we are sitting at a little bit of a pump of 3.7%, and the market cap is sitting at 4.1 billion USD. The current reward is sitting at 98 Kaspa. The next one is going to be 92. Next reduction is scheduled in 26 days. We are sitting at 84% mined, and the hash rate is sitting at 379 petahash per second, and all-time highs are sitting at 417 petahash per second. Now guys, let's have a look at the chart itself right away. So that is a daily chart, all right? So maybe before we are even going to look at the daily chart, let's have a look at a smaller time frame. Okay, so short term, what we can expect short term, right? The first thing that I see in here is that stochastic RSI is potentially going to print some bearish momentum. Of course, that doesn't necessarily have to happen because we can trade in that range for a while before we are going to see the pullback. Okay, so that obviously is only 4-hourly time frame, and that isn't going to be very painful if we are going to experience a little bit of dip, let's say a couple of percent, okay, and potentially even retest this level as a support of 15 cents. Of course, I'm not saying that we will, because we could see pullback into that mid-range around 16 cents. But that's obviously for hourly time frame, guys. All right, so now let's have a look at the daily time frame. That is definitely much more important. Okay, so first things first is that we are experiencing that bullish cross on a stochastic RSI on a weekly time frame for Kaspa, and also on the top of that, what we are experiencing potentially is that cap and handle formation for Kaspa. So we've got that, all right, roughly, and we also got that handle, if you can see in here. Well, let's say roughly this is our handle. So now let's measure our potential targets on a daily for Kaspa, based on a cap and handle model. Okay, now let's go to, let's say, this level. Okay, and if we are going to see that bullishness, okay, we could expect anything between 33 cents to be a little bit more bullish, and from where we are at the moment, that would be around 30 cents. Let's set up this new level, guys, and let's see how this is going to play out. Okay, of course it can be much more. Okay, I'm not saying that this is going to happen for 100%, but basically that cap and handle is a bullish pattern. Now let's have a look at the weekly time frame for Kaspa, and let's see what is going on. Okay, so if it comes to weekly time frame, right, that doesn't necessarily coincide with what I've just said, right? Because I've said that we might gonna see that pump towards the upside for Kaspa, which, by the way, if that would happen, would be around 78% for Kaspa. Well, let's see. Okay, so now potentially we are going to see that pullback on the weekly for Kaspa, but we obviously do have a scenario of that coming back and trading above, but we also could see that continuation and actual reversal on stochastic RSI. So things might change in an instant, and also if we would dip below, okay, on stochastic RSI, we could also see that quick pump on a daily time frame, guys. All right, and now guys, let's actually have a look at Bitcoin's chart. All right, I know that many people are panicking on the market, but let's have a look at the weekly. All right, so at the weekly time frame, okay, we have closed, well, not necessarily below this level of 53k. Okay, we do have certain zone if it comes to support in here, and of course this zone as well. We do have to wait for this weekly candle to close, and let's see how that is going to play out. Okay, if that is going to be a red candle, obviously that is going to be bearish momentum and can potentially cause a little bit of more panic on the market. Nevertheless, we could experience a bullish reversal from next week. Okay, so let's wait and let's see what is going to happen. And now if it comes to ETFs, guys, we are experiencing 294.8 million USD as of yesterday, 8th of July. So that could be that bullish reversal. And now shout out to Titan of Crypto, and this is a daily chart for BTC. On a daily time frame, an RSI bullish divergence is forming for BTC, plus RSI is oversold. From Ichimoku perspective, to regain bullish momentum on a daily, a price needs to go back above Tenkan red, Kijun blue, and the Kumo cloud. So guys, looking at that RSI, we are experiencing that potential bullish divergence. Nevertheless, that will be definitely much more bullish on a daily for BTC to actually go back into that cloud, okay? But that's only one chart. Let's cover the next one. This is a 3-weekly chart for BTC. Now, Titan is saying that this is a bull market and high volatility. When volatility index enters high volatility territory, the second phase of BTC bull market is not far from starting. Guys, let's have a look. So every single time we have reached that high volatility, right, we saw a parabolic run for BTC. We've just started the party for this cycle, I believe, ladies and gents. Okay, so let's wait. And by the way, if you would be interested into keeping your Kaspa safe or BTC, whatever you hold, make sure that you check out Tangent Wallet. You know, that's definitely a much better solution to hold your crypto safe outside of exchanges on which anything might happen. With my discount code, you can get minus 10% off, and the link is in the description down below. Now, coming back to the charts, shout out to the Scalping Pro, and he's saying that altcoins are oversold. While Ethereum BTC is still holding strong, the next leg up is going to catch many people off guard. Guys, that definitely can happen, right? We do have, you know, two scenarios, right? We are either going to, you know, dip a little bit backwards and retest this, shake out many hamsters, or we could see immediate bounce, okay? Usually when people are expecting downward momentum on the market, right, and we are experiencing that fear, you know, this is when the party is actually starting for crypto. And now on the top of that, the Scalping Pro is saying that Bitcoin is forming a massive inverse head and shoulders pattern, okay? So guys, this pattern, obviously we have to wait, right? Even if we are going to dip a little bit lower, right, to that area of 40k, which again is going to be very painful, nevertheless this is a bullish pattern, okay? So patience is going to be rewarded, and the target is around 150k for BTC, guys. Now shout out to trader Taringrade, and this is ETH descending triangle on a weekly. All right, he's saying that Ethereum is forming the second descending triangle, which could break out in a few months later. In the next bull run, ETH can reach over $5,000. This is definitely bullish, okay, especially for projects that are built on Ethereum, okay? And if that is going to play out, and I do believe it will, but again the target is leading us towards 2025, then Pepe is going to see some bullishness. So now guys, we do have two possible scenarios for Pepe, right? We of course can dip a little bit lower, okay? And I'm showing you that just as a quick update, because I do update you quite regularly if it comes to Pepe on the channel, guys. All right, so if we are going to dip below, okay, that is going to be very painful. But as for me, I'm holding spot, okay, so I'm just going to add into my position and just patiently wait, okay, to sell everything probably at that level, and then probably put my profits into different coin. Now Flash is saying that next BTC wave will send you all into early retirement. Guys, again, even if we are going to dip to that zone of 0.5 Fibonacci, okay, again levels of 40k, that is going to be very painful, but I believe that if that is going to happen, depending on your patience level, I believe this is going to be the last opportunity to, you know, degen into the market. And now guys, let's have a look at some macro charts. All right, so this is a dominance for altcoins that are excluding top 10. Okay, let's come back to this lovely chart. All right, so now if it comes to stochastic RSI on a weekly, we are still sitting in that range. Okay, so we are going upwards, right, and this is what basically is reflecting in the bubbles. Okay, of course it's not huge, right, but we do have a lot of momentum, possible momentum for upside. Okay, this cycle we still have a little bit of time, and of course we could still experience a little bit of shaky. Okay, nevertheless, even if we will see that shaky, who really cares? Okay, now let's have a look at actual orders, okay, excluding top 10. All right, so we do have the cap and handle, as you guys know, okay, and we've got this white zone in which we still haven't entered into. Okay, let's throw a Gaussian channel on it. Okay, and now if we are going to compare that range, okay, on a weekly, right, we had 120 bars, okay, ever since we have flipped into it. Okay, this is how long it took us. Okay, 120 weeks, and at the moment we are sitting at 27 bars, okay? So we are roughly in, let's say, 25%, but I do believe that the next wave is going to be very, very significant. I know it looks very boring, but I believe that patience is going to be rewarded. Ladies and gents, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace and love, crypto.